Hey you! Is your baby tired and restless? Can't get them to stay asleep for any length of time? Then you need new Plug-in Baby! Plug-in Baby comes with a generous 30cm extension cord, allowing you to plug your baby into any household electrical socket for easy charging. Please consult your baby's manual before plugging into the mains. Use of Plug-in Baby may result in a visit from social services.
Hi guys, it's Paul from Crowborough Guitar Tuition. Thanks for joining me for another song this week, and we are looking at Plug-in Baby by Muse, which is an absolute classic of its time, and it's a lot of great fun to play. It's not a lot to the song, apart from that main riff. The rest of it's quite simple, and even the riff is not too bad once you get your head around it. It's just a few little things that will help us on there. So we've got the tab. You should be able to find the tab in the description, and you can find it there and download it and have a look at it if you need it. So the riff starts on the D string at the 8th fret, and we're going to use our third finger for that, and we're going to employ the one finger per fret rule, so that basically we're not going to be moving backwards and forwards a lot, with our fingers and our hand. We're really just going to be using, third finger for the 8th fret, fourth finger on the 9th fret, sixth finger back on the 7th, first finger back on the 6th, etc, etc. There'll be a couple of little changes to that. Apart from that, we're going to employ that rule. And basically you want to do nice alternate picking all through this. And you just want to use all those fingers, so all four fingers being employed on this riff, so make sure you use them all. Don't try and use your third finger, and sometimes we want to slack off and not use our fourth finger, but we want to build it up, so the more you use it, the quicker it's going to get stronger and you'll be able to use it for more and more stuff. Now there's not too many tricky bits in the riff, really it's just following the tab, alternate picking, making sure you use all your fingers. We'll get a close up and see how the fingers work and what we're using for what frets. So up to that point, the riff's pretty basic in the sense that we're just sticking with the fingers, one finger per fret, alternate picking. Got a couple of little hammer-ons. And I would just again make sure you use the same fingers you've been using on those frets anyway. Then we hit this section. Now to play those notes, there's 3 notes in a row that go across the 7th fret. On the B string, the G string and the D string. People's temptation might be to try and hop from one string to the next. I wouldn't do that. I would bar my finger across, my first finger there, so we're going to have to move slightly out of that position we've been in, because we've been using the second finger on that fret so far. But bring your first finger across those 3 notes. And what we're going to do is we're going to play them all. We're going to start on a down strum, and then we're going to do 2 up strums. And we're going to rock our finger as we go across. We're going to push that wrist out, rock that finger upwards, so that actually it's lifting off those strings we've already played. So what we don't want is all 3 ringing out together in a big mush. We don't really want that. We want to try and get some differentiation between them by rolling the finger and stopping them ringing. So what we need to do is we need to start with that down pick, then go up. So we're going to plonk that third finger down on the 9th fret at the on the A string, again with an up strum. So we've got a down to start, and then 3 up strums in a row. And then we go back the other way. And I rock that finger again. And those are down strums, so we're going down across. It's a bit of a sweeping thing going on, but it's not too quick. So there we're bending at the 9th fret on the B string, so just get all 3 fingers behind that. So you've got your third finger on the fret itself, and you're bending up. And And remember, we want to hear that whole note there. And then we go back into that position that we've started in. So we've got our second finger on the 7th fret, first finger at the 6th fret. And then we go back into the remainder of the riff and we go back to that one finger per fret position and carry on like that. So what I would say is just take the riff nice and slow and work through it, and you'll be absolutely fine with it. It's great fun to play, and I mean, I just think it's a classic riff. So in terms of the verses, it comes out of that riff. So it finishes on a B note at the 9th fret on the D string. Now there's lots of different kind of synthy sounds going on in the verse of this song, but if you watch Matt Bellamy play this live, he'll often throw in some kind of ad-libs and guitar parts in the verse section. So what I tend to do is finishing on that B on the 9th fret with my 4th finger. So all I do is I finish on that 4th finger and then I use my first finger at the 7th, first finger to slide up to the 8th, and then first up to the 9th again. That just gives you the root note of what's going on in the bass section there. Then we maybe just back off the gain a little bit, or if you got your pedal on, you can click your pedal on and off. We've got what is effectively a D chord, but we're only playing the 3rd fret. What am I talking about? So we're going to play the 12th fret on the D string, so we've got a D, and then we're going to put our second finger back on the 11th fret on the G string, and then our first finger on the 10th fret on the B string. So it's basically a D, part of the D chord. Should have those 3 notes, but he plays them the other way around, so we've got. Then we've got the top part of an F chord. So if you think about your F chord in an A kind of bar, kind of an A-shaped bar chord, we're just playing the 3 notes barred across at the 11th fret on the B, G and D strings. We slide up 1 fret to the 12th fret and do the same, so we're playing part of the G. And then back to that D. So coming out of that riff, we should have. Matt Bellamy, I've seen him do various different things in there, kind of picking that more, you know. You can do what you feel, just make it up. Add a little flourish to it of your own, and make the song your own. You don't have to play kind of slavishly what's on the recording. Then we've got the section that builds up into the chorus, and we're playing an F sharp power chord with its root on the 5th string. So we've got our first finger at the 9th fret there, and then we've got our 3rd and 4th fingers on the 11th frets on the next 2 strings. And we're just starting off by palm muting that. So playing all 3 strings there. And then we're going to just take off those 3rd and 4th fingers, and we're just going to pop our 2nd finger down at the 10th fret on the D string. So we've only got these 2 strings now, the A and the D string, and we go. So you should have. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that. Then we just go into the main chorus itself, and the chorus is pretty simple. We've just got a G bar chord, then a B minor bar chord, which then moves to a kind of B minor over an F sharp, so we just shift our first finger so that it's also fretting that F sharp on the low E string. So we've got those 3 chords. And it goes around that a few times, and then the last time, the chorus, before the chorus goes back into the riff, each time it goes. And that's just a D bar chord, so with its root at the 5th fret on the A string, so your standard A-shaped bar chord. So if you put all those bits together, we've had a look at the riff and how to play that. Just remember to stick to alternate picking, be really strict with that. Use one finger per fret and make sure you have a go at rolling that first finger across those strings. And you'll be absolutely fine with that. That will soon come together. Then we've got those kind of verse bits, which feel free to ad-lib and just put your own spin on it. Then we've had a look at the chorus with a few simple chords that's not going to tax you particularly, as long as you're familiar with bar chords and comfortable playing them. Apart from that, that's the whole song. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time for another video. Thanks so much. Hi guys, thanks for watching. For more guitar tips and video lessons, click on the subscribe button down below and let me know in the comments what songs or video lessons you'd like to see. If you want to keep up with some of our news, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter, or you can always check out our website, crowboroughguitartuition.com.